Watch nothing happen for 50 minutes, I'd watch Gnarlo.
Right, we went to his place and he was building the other night. He built for about 15-20 minutes, didn't you?
Yes, indeed.
And that added about another 6 blocks to it.
Was it recorded? Then I don't believe it.
But yeah, it's got another dimension in it, like the end and the nether. There's one called the Twilight Forest, and that's a rather a strange place. It's got all sorts of new mobs in it and everything, like goblins and...
Is Mistcraft included in Feed the Beast?
Yes, yeah.
Is Mistcraft included in Tekkit?
It's not in Tekkit, it's in
Okay,
Technic.
it's in Technic, but it's not in Tekkit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can never make my mind up about Mistcraft because it's a wonderful thing, and you know, to be able to control your whole world and design your own world is great. But I find all I do is I make a world that's I like a desert with a red sky and eternal daytime, so there's no mobs spawning on the surface or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which comes with its own problems because you can't sleep then. You know, things like that. But I don't like the direction he's taking with Mistcraft at the moment. Now he's getting heavily into making worlds unstable in many different ways, like having meteors crashing into the ground or exploding patches and things. And I don't like the direction that's taking.
Mm-hmm.
But Mistcraft itself is nice.
Yeah, you do. Never mind.
Yep.
You do.
Hey!
I accidentally clicked on it. Anybody have a piece of cobblestone? I don't have a piece of cobble.
There you go.
Thank you. Alright, well,
Now you've got the cobble, you
38.
just ain't got the mobs. Surprising how they seem to come in waves as well. I noticed that when I was in the nether fighting the wither skeletons, G, you know, they seem to come at certain times,
yeah.
and I'm wondering whether or not, you know, there's like some sort of spawn like during the night, in the middle of the night, and at the end of the night maybe or something, because they do seem to come in like little waves.
Well, see, that was my theory. Now, another one of my crazy theories, because I spent plenty of time, in the early days of like County Gnarlo, standing on top of a way back before they had beds in the game. I'd be way out in the wilderness fighting. It was right after I put Mo creatures in, and nighttime would fall, and the wraiths and the ogres would come out, and I would pile up a 24 or 25 block high, you know, stack of dirt.
Yeah.
And get up out of their range so they couldn't detect me. And I would sit there and just wait out the night on top of that stack of dirt. And I noticed at least then that they did come in waves. There seemed to, you know, night would fall, and then maybe 10, 30 seconds after night fell, you'd see all the mobs would spawn.
Yeah.
And then they would sit there, and then about halfway through the night, most of them would despawn, and you'd see another wave spawn in. And then, yes,
11?
toward the end of the night, there'd be a second wave of spawning coming in.
Was 11 already in the game, or
Yeah.
did it get added? Oh, it was already in? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I didn't think you could get it. The broken disc, I didn't think you could get it before now.
Oh, I don't know whether you could get it or not, but yeah, I know it was actually included in
Yeah,
there.
I knew it was. You could go into creative, but yeah.
Yeah,
I just looted one. That's what's in the player now.
You mean 13?
No, it says 11.
It says
Yeah,
11.
so, yeah, it
11
said
is
now
the broken
playing
disc.
11.
I have no idea then.
Yeah, I thought it was 13 too, but I saw 13's already on the wall. Yeah,
Well, if there's not a
rename
chest for it, then it wasn't in. Yeah. You can't
renaming
rename
it. It's too expensive. Well, at least I can compare.
Well, renaming them seems to reset their when you're repairing something, you can only do it a few times before it gets too expensive
Gotcha.
to do. And G was saying that if you rename them, it sort of resets that expense cost.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I gave your diamond stack back to you. I didn't need the
What you
diamond
might
stack
be able to do is repair it or combine it or whatever you're going to do, and you might be able, to next time come in and just rename it
Gotcha.
instead of trying to do all of it at one time. That
Gotcha.
might be a possibility. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, if you chuck it on now and have a look at it and see what it costs to rename it, it'll tell you. Just put it in and then change the name.
34.
34 just to rename it.
Just to rename it, yeah.
Well, that's worth doing next then, so it might reset your costs.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw these stone swords back up here. They'll be available next time.
They go in the third,
Yeah.
gunpowder chest. There's a few of them in.
Or you could do what I do and just chuck them in any chest up there. I figure that gives him something to do when he comes in.
No, it doesn't. It gives me
All
nightmares.
these swords come from.
You're responsible for nightmares, you are.
You too, huh?
Yeah. He got upset with me the other day because just come in here, Dwenden. Just come into the storeroom and just have a look here. Can you see the spider eye chest and the string chest?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you open it, do you notice anything about the inside of it?
2/3 of it's spider eyes and 2 lines of it's string. Okay.
Yeah. So, if you was putting them signs up on the wall, which way would you put them?
Exactly like it is.
Yeah. Would you put them round the other way, and I had to move them round so the string was next to the string, and the spider eye was next to the spider eye.
To quote Dwenden for just a second.
It was just bothering me that the string was on the same side as the spider eyes. That's all. Hey, Frank, you're not coming through here for a bit?
Hey, buddy.
I think it's just villagers that they'll give flowers to. I don't know. But it's weird for
Don't
you,
know.
isn't it, being in default? Why are you in default?
Because I need to patch.
Alright.
Outdated, tried to play in the Skylands, died and quit. And I haven't been back on here yet.
Right, yeah. G can't get the hang of flipping the gates here to get round the corner, so I usually walk down and just set off from the corner. But all you've got to do is you just got to hit the gate as you come past and you'll ride round this corner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have a minecart.
Oh. Come back, G, all is forgiven.
Well, I took a minecart from your chest, so I put a minecart back in your chest.
No, we keep a minecart on us at all times, don't we, G?
Oh, God, yes. And usually a bed.
Shh, don't tell him, he'll be jealous.
It's alright. He can be in bed. I'll just watch him.
Yeah, we've had that episode already. So that's still one of the creepiest things you've ever said.
Yeah. How long have you had this server up and running now? Then do you know? I was thinking because this must be my my 8th month. 9th month.
Oh, I'd have to go back and take a look.
Good. Googly moogly, you've been busy.
A little bit. Keep looking that way until you see a gnome, or until you see an invisible gnome.
You know, I had a hell of a lot easier time when it was just a button to push instead of that big old damn gate did. Didn't have any trouble hitting the button when I came by.
Well, that's why I say we now walk round the corner for you. Oops.
You wall Dwenden in glass. He looks like he's lost again.
Oops, there he goes again.
Yep.
Oh, that's alright. Give somebody time to spawn. Need time to have a cup of tea.
Need time to go get a cup of coffee.
Ah.
Alright, I'm back.
Yay!
I'm having a crappy internet night.
Aww.
That's something that comes in waves as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm having to be reset.
All this that you see here was a fortress, but I've cut it all out and put all this stuff in.
Okay.
Because with the skeletons, they'll spawn with on walkways or in 9 blocks away from the centre of a junction. So these cobblestone here were the centre of the junctions, and all the flagstones were the spawnable distance from that, or the walkways.
Yeah.
But we usually find the best ones if we've got best chance of getting skeletons if we go down this path over here. Oh, there's a nice big slime. Oh, and I've come without a sword. Yay! Forgot I'd taken my sword out. My axe.
Where'd that thing go?
They seem to like to spawn around this tower, down there at the end where the crossroads are, and then back in the paved over area. Seems to be where their 3 favorite spawn sites are.
Yeah, so if you run down this pathway, it tends to go right straight ahead until they either spawn in front of you or behind you, or just wait here and then they will spawn one way or the other. They like spawning on that tower.
Magma cube over there.
Hitting one of them with the bows, you have to be a good shot.
The implication being you suck. Oops, he just took a dive. Yep,
Blazes spawn.
Yep. They like spawning too. Food check.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, just down here, just gone outside. A shot.
Nice.
Somebody's eating zombie flesh.
Me.
He's eating poison potatoes, probably.
Those two.
Yeah, it's just a case of running around up and down here just
Yep,
to see
they're
and
there.
eventually this boat. There they
There's
go.
one at the end down here.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own natural
Oh, no,
blue
he
cheese
despawned.
topping.
You
Yep.
didn't get close enough to him before he despawned.
Not my fault.
Right. Just a case of keep running up and around, and eventually they'll spawn.
Mm-hmm.
One over here.
You got one?
Yep. Oh, shooting me. The regular skeleton. There's a regular skeleton too.
Yeah, they spawn too. And if I understand right, occasionally wither
Don't shoot
skeleton.
him. You don't want him to go off that edge because you want that skull. There's a very rare chance of the skull dropping. So try and let him to run off to you before you hit him. Don't knock him off the edge.
Okay.
Let him jump. That's it. There you go. Now hit him if you want.
Well, mine's a knockback sword, so I need to get
That's
him in
alright.
here.
Yeah, you're okay in there. You'll knock him back straight. Because you've got such a huge sword, you probably kill him with it 1 hit all the time, won't you?
2 hits, yeah.
So like I say, you just do that. You just keep running all the way down to this end of the platform, and then back around to the spawning area and back again. And they do spawn, but they're quite rare.
Like he said, you'll see them in waves. You'll get 2 or 3, and then you won't get nothing but blazes for a while, and then you'll get 2 or 3 again. And
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is weird because I'm pretty sure that's not how the code works, but just how it seems to end up coming out. I think it works out at there's a 20% chance of when the wither skeleton spawn that instead of it being a wither skeleton, it'll be a normal skeleton.
Hmm.
That's why you sometimes see normal skeletons with the withers.
Gotcha.
And a couple of these hallways have blaze spawners at the end of them, so you got to watch for that too.
Yeah.
They'll surprise you.
Told G the other day, I actually got in a little bit of XCOM action too.
Oh, did you? How are you doing in that?
Good. I'm doing alright. I haven't had any deaths, but may end up having one on this next mission I'm doing. I've got a mission that's very similar to G's, the abduction, the one that 2 people died, that you and...
The terror site?
I'm sorry, your cousin and Keebs died on. Keebs.
Gibbs.
Yeah. The one I've got's pretty tough.
And what sort of aliens are you coming up against?
Disc at the moment, that's the only thing I've seen.
Have you faced chrysalids?
In the base that I took over, yes. The base I captured or destroyed or whatever. Yeah, I had a couple in there that nearly... There weren't any civilians, so there were no zombies, but one of them nearly got one of my guys. So I was going to have a zombie of my own.
Yeah, that's what I was very thankful for. It's bad enough that Keebs died. It's like I'm just glad he didn't get zombified and then I have to shoot him.
Come on, we know you was hoping for that.
That's what always ticks me off when I have to kill my own troopers.
Yeah,
Yes.
Especially if it was Keebs.
Well, I still think that was my fault for him getting it because I missed with such an easy percentage.
Oh, everybody
90%.
missed. Oh, everyone was missing. We were talking about that in the comments. It was like after, it was karma. After everybody making such remarkable snapshots and reaction shots in the last,
here's some
the
for
last
you.
adventure.
I'm bringing him your way.
Yeah.
Here he comes, down the passage behind you,
There you go.